Namaskar. When you apply for a job, you are called for an interview. There are various questions that are asked. The better prepared you are, the more successful your interview would be. But the quality of your communication determines your personal, professional, and business success. Therefore, I'll talk about the communication skills you need to face the job interviews. So now I'm sharing my screen. Today, my topic is enhancing interview techniques through communication skills. When people get fenced in a situation where they fall short to explain their point at the interviews or meetings, even if they are speaking the right thing, the focus in words is not reflected. Thus, picking up communication skills is absolutely essential if you desire to crack an interview and to be a successful person. As the first and most important impression, interviews require candidates to stand out from the hundreds of other applicants vying for the position. And while having the relevant skills and experience is fundamental, knowing what to say and what phrases employers want to hear is the key point. So, what the employer is actually looking for is your confidence, your enthusiasm, your passion with which you answer the questions, and your communication skills. So, we are going to take all these points in detail. There are many ways to demonstrate your professionalism before, during, and after the interview to make a great impression. Follow these tips for the interview techniques to be successful in your interview. Let's understand what are interview techniques. An important element to a great interview is your ability to sell yourself, sell what you can do, write down the skills and abilities you hold that make you the perfect candidate for the role, explain how your skills can benefit the company, know what benefits and skills you bring to the table, set goals prior to interviewing, take the time to write down where you want to be in 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years. Ask the right questions and answer in the right way. Do enough research on the company. And don't forget to bring extra resume with you to distribute it to the interviewers, or sometimes interviewer used to ask for it. Let us see what are the commonly asked questions and what are the mistakes we commonly commit. So we'll discuss some 10 important or commonly asked questions here. The very first question is, tell me about yourself or introduce yourself. What are your strengths? How positive you are about yourself? What are your weaknesses? Where do you see yourself in next 5 years from now? What do you know about our company? How well do you handle a change? Do you work well under pressure? Can you handle difficult situations? How do you make important decisions? Why are you changing your job? Or why are you leaving your current company? They may be, these questions require same kinds of answer. Then why should we hire you? What's special in you? And last but not the least, why are you applying for this job? So why do you want to join us? So these are some questions, commonly asked questions. Let us discuss them one by one. Tell me about yourself. Okay, a great opportunity to showcase your skill is right at the beginning of the interview during this question. Tell me about yourself. Walk me through your background or run me through your CV. It's about your professional background and experience in a nutshell. But mind it, do not talk about your personal life. Tell about your qualifications. Tell about your job experiences, your personal interest, hobbies that relate to your job proficiency. Tell why you are fit for the job. Do tell a story, not your life story, but your professional work story. Story about, should be engaging, compelling, clear, and complete. So let us start with the steps. When you talk about introduce yourself, actually, chances are that they have had a full day looking at hundreds of applicants that look exactly like you. Here is your opportunity to prove to them that you are the best suited for the job. We will talk about the three parts and about the three parts of the same question. Okay, and it will be in 10 steps to introduce yourself question. So part one, who are you? Part two, what is your qualification or experience? Part three, why are you here? So all these questions should be answered in introduce yourself. Okay, so let's talk about why, who are you? The first one that includes three steps here: greetings, thank you for the opportunity, and your name. Let's see. So who are you? That is, there may be correct and incorrect answers. Incorrect answer would be just mention your name, saying, hey, hi, what's up? And also fumbling between the good morning and the good afternoon. Okay. The correct would be the step one will be greetings. You have to greet them first. Now, formal greetings are highly recommended, like good morning, before 12 noon, good afternoon, 12 noon to 4:30 p.m., and good evening at any time after 4:30 p.m. all the way till midnight. And step two, it's courtesy by thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. This is an optional step, and depending upon the situation, you can either say thank you for shortlisting me for the final interview, or thank you for this opportunity to talk about myself. Now, this will not only create a good first impression, but it also help both you and the interviewer relax a bit. So then the third step would be full name, and your full name. Tell your full name. Now I can use this. My name is Priya Patel. Likewise. So let's discuss them one by one. But when we take name, we may commit some mistakes. This question you have right now is should I have my full name? Or the answer is yes, always use your full name, because using first name may sound a little casual. I am or I'm Priya Patel. My name is Priya Patel. Generally, we commit such mistake. Don't say myself Priya Patel, or don't use Mr. or Miss Priya Patel. Okay, don't take single name as I am Priya. Don't even take complete name like I am Priya Ratanlal Patel. No need of mentioning these things. Now keep it in mind, three things: keep smiling, be confident, make good eye contact. So after this part one, uh, who are you, with these three steps: greetings, thank you for this opportunity, and your name. Now in part two, what is your qualification or experience? So now we'll go to step four, your position, okay, and name of the company. If you have work experience, then this is the time to tell them about your position and company. So now in this fourth step, you have to include the position you held in the company, the name of your company, the number of years of experience, or any award you have won, okay? And what are the major responsibilities you held, and what impact or change you have had on the company, what difference you have made to them. So these are certain things you have to include when you talk about your previous job or previous company. Now this rule for the step number 4, there are some rules you have to follow. Sound enthusiastic about your work. Don't sound very pompous like I am a leader. I have done everything. Try to make it sound like you are a good team player, and tell them something over and above what they have already read in your resume. And rule number 4 is, if you make a claim, try to give some proof to make it credible and believable, and always start with your recent position. So whenever you mention whatever position at the time of interview you acquire, okay, mention that first. Yes, don't be overconfident, over decked up, or overreactive. Now, for the last 5 years, I have been a sales manager at leading a small a company, leading a small sales team, and our team was awarded the best sales team of the year for 2 years in a row. So I have worked closely with clients and built some key relationships. So these types of answer, this is a model answer you can give for your position, or here you keep it in mind that use present perfect tense. That means I have, okay, have or he has, verbs with verbs third form. I have worked or he has worked. Now example 2. Here, see another example. You can say I'm a HR manager at dash and dash company, looking after the key functions of recruitment, compensation, learning and development. I have over 5 years of experience in this field, and I have been able to increase our employee productivity by 8% during this period. So this will definitely give a very good impression. And you can also mention I'm carrying an experience of 5 years in a pharma company. So these are some options that you can use, you can talk about. The question here you want to ask right now is, should I start with my most recent position and go backwards? Or should I start with my earliest work experience and come forward? And the answer to that is always start with your most recent position, which I have already talked, or talk about it and go backwards only when it is highly relevant or very important. Otherwise your resume covers all of that. Now step 5. Step 5 is qualification. If you are a fresher, you are not going to be able to answer step number 4, okay, where they're asking about the name of the company you worked, okay, and you are going to jump into step number 5, that is qualifications. So now let's see one example here of qualification. What you can say: I am a recent MBA or Masters in Business Administration from such and such college with prior work experience in a pharmaceutical sector. Or you can say, I have completed a bachelor's in mass media degree with a specialization in public relations and corporate communications. Or I am currently pursuing a 5-year integrated law program at such and such school, okay, with the focus on cyber law. So if your college is prominent, uh, or well known, you can mention it. Otherwise, no need, let it pass. Now, some common mistakes we commit: don't use cryptic abbreviations, such as you can see here about your degrees and institutions you studied. I am a BEMM from NMIMS. So this is really a kind of a maze for them. They will get confused. So it's better use the full name. Don't use abbreviation. And don't tell any additional qualifications which are not directly or indirectly related to the current job, as if you have a music degree or something on singing you have done, which is right now not really required. Now you can add story to your answer here regarding your training program, regarding your courses, regarding other experiences, or achievement-oriented mini stories. Uh, so if you are a fresher, then just one line like I'm a software engineer from so and so or such and such company or school doesn't seem enough. So this is your chance to add achievement oriented mini stories. For example, you can say, I was a part of the research project on how modern technologies change the way of teaching in the future, where we worked with an edutech company to evaluate the efficacy of some tech-based teaching interventions. Make sure that you talk about a project in an area that's relevant to the employer, and if the area is not directly relevant, don't mention it. Yeah, there is a one method, wonderful technique or method, that is star method. Now, this is the time where I'm going to tell you about this very important technique. And you can use this technique for a variety of questions. The employer may ask your behavioral questions, which focus on how you have handled real life workplace situations in the past to help them understand how you will handle similar situations at the company. So, when answering these questions, you should have specific examples in mind to explain in great detail. So use this STAR technique. How? Which stands for situation, okay? Situation, where you have to introduce the situation to the employer and set the context. T stands for task, okay? Describe the task you had to complete, including the expectations and challenges it would involve. Then A, action, explain what you did and how you did it. And R for result, end with the results of your efforts, including accomplishment, rewards, and impact. So all these four steps, you can weave your stories, success stories through these steps that will definitely impress the interviewers. Now, we will take the next step here, that is additional qualification. And additional qualification may include any outside courses that you did, skills you have gained, or your awards you have won. So that, keep it in mind, all these things should be related to your present job where you have applied. Okay. Now, outside these additional qualifications naturally includes outside courses, skills, awards. You can, for example, you can say, I have completed a 6-month computer animation course from such and such institute. I am proficient in German and Spain, and I have learned .NET, Java, and Python on Coursera, which have helped me in completing a project on so on and so forth. So in this manner, you can enrich your answer by telling them about your additional qualification. Now, this is the seventh, okay, step, that is adjectives. Use adjectives to describe yourself, okay, to the interviewers. And this will be these adjectives you can use. Okay, for example, you can talk about yourself: versatile, easygoing, solution oriented, determined, team player, creative, open minded, job enjoy working with others. So these are your qualities, that I'm open minded, I'm easygoing. So all these things you can include. Next is hobbies. Okay, hobbies and passion, they are optional, but you want to include this if this helps you build a connect with the interviewer, if you think that they are significant, or it helps you establish some skill that you want to demonstrate to them, that you can use hobbies and passion. It should not be unrelated to your present job. So actually, hobby is an active activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure, a pursuit outside one's regular occupation, engaged in specially for relaxation. Okay, writing is just a hobby. Okay, a kind of hobby. So here you can use this: I'm a trained singer, and the daily riyaz uh, has taught me self-discipline and dedication. This is important, what you have learned through that hobby. Okay. Next, you can say, I'm a keen runner, and this not only helps me keep fit, but also helps me networking with other runners in the community. Or you can say, my hobbies include gardening and bird watching. Okay. And I recommend here that you keep this section very, very brief, very short. If you go on weaving stories on it, they will keep on asking you very difficult questions. So because they most of time they used to ask questions on your answers. Now, step 9 is about your family. And it's an optional again. I would typically leave it out of a standard introduction, but you can choose to use it strategically if you wish to mention something important. For example, you can talk about my mother is a homemaker, and during my vacations, I helped her set a small tailoring boutique at home with my savings from work. Or you can say, uh, my father is a farmer, and I helped set up a process where he could directly sell his produce at the farmers market and bypass the middleman. So in this way, you're showing your strength, your qualities through these introductions. So alternatively, you can use these technique to answer this question on family when interviewer poses this question to you later or during the interview. And now the last one, this under the category 3, why are you here? Okay, this closing. Okay, this is the point where you tell the interviewer two things: why you are applying for this job, and why are you the right choice for the job. So you can also give your future plans and connect them to the company's goals. So there are some examples you can include here. Okay, this is when we say this. Although I love my current role, I feel I am now ready for a more challenging assignment, and this position really excites me. This is very general. Okay, this is very general statement, and you can make it more specific and suited to the company. Okay, or you can show off your research that you have done about the company and add a little bit of flattery to it as well at this point. So you can use this also: with my passion for sports and my skills of data analytics, I wish to work for a leading innovative sports analytics company like yours, and I do believe I can make a positive impact. So in this manner you can use this. Now, the last part of the introduction is the you can end your introduction by saying, "That's all from me. Thank you," or "That's all about my introduction. Thank you." So you have to say thank you also when you finish off your self introduction. Okay. Now we can rehearse all these 10 steps of introducing yourself, because it's a very important question and quite often commonly it is asked. So step 1, good afternoon. That is, I told you to greet them first, then say them thank you, okay, for giving this opportunity. So thank you for shortlisting me for this interview. Then mention your name. My name is Priya Patel. Then you can talk about your educational qualification. I have done my master's in business administration, that means MBA, from Symbiosis International University with a project on food marketing. Then step 5, you can mention if you have experience, otherwise it will be missed. Okay, so I'm a sales team leader at Persistent Pro for the past 5 years, making significant inroads into new territories with our products. I have worked both in rural and semi-urban markets, understood the dynamics, and built some strong distributor relationships. So everything comes here. These two lines are actually telling that you are working in a company and what you are doing, contributing to the company. That is another important point you have to mention here. And the 6th step is about your hobbies. So during work breaks, I enjoy tracking and monitoring. This activity has shown me that good strategies, consistency, and determination can help you overcome any obstacle. And next is, you have to show your strength or your qualities. So I'm a person who thrives in a fast-paced environment. So means I can accept challenge. okay, challenges, and I can work in a very speedy manner. Step 8 is you can talk about your family. I belong to a banker's family. My parents are working in a local bank, or two examples I have already given to you. Okay, my sister is studying in commerce in a local college, but here you are not adding something, your quality into it. That is really important. And step 9, right now I'm looking for an opportunity to apply my marketing expertise along with my creative problem skills to an innovative marketing company like yours. So I'm interested because I have these qualities and my qualities can be utilized in your company. So here you are giving them a chance that they can consider you. Okay. And that's all about myself, sir. Thank you. So in this manner, you can complete your introduction. It should not be more than 1.5 minutes. Okay. It should be as short as you can do it. Then always spend yourself a lion in your self introduction. Keep it in mind. Don't say that I'm interested in watching movies, Netflix, web series. I love partying. I have many friends. Don't make these silly things before them. Okay. Say this, that I'll be happy to accept this job if offered to me. Now, let us proceed to the next question. This is also very commonly asked question. What are your strengths? That means how positive you are about yourself. And there is one example I have given here. Okay, that is that is I'm interested in attention. Okay, in detail to details. I believe in planning and execution. I believe in organizing things and prioritizing my preferences. So these in this way, you can give some positive statement here about your strength, but mind it, don't say this, I'm very friendly person or I'm outgoing person, I'm easily approachable. These kinds of loose statements should not be given. Okay, the next comes the weaknesses. So what are your weaknesses? Identify your professional weaknesses only and how you can cope with them. Don't talk about personal weaknesses or behavioral weaknesses. Okay. So you can here you can make those actually your strength as weaknesses. I'm more detail oriented. That means I'm perfectionist. I want everything to be perfectly done. That sometimes consumes more time and sometimes run out of time because of it. I want to accomplish everything on time, but due to my passion for perfection, I sometimes miss out the time factor. So this is something you can give. Okay, you are giving your weakness, but you're also telling them that this can be your strength. Don't try to be negative about yourself. Always keep it in mind. Okay, and I'm very impatient person. Don't say this. I get angry easily. Don't say this. I told you, you're not going to talk about any personal weaknesses. It should be a professional weaknesses which can be improved upon. Okay, next fourth question is, where do you see yourself in next 5 years from now? That is your long-term goal and short-term goal. So how committed you are to the company? How long would you stick to the company? Okay. And here these questions will of course ask the expect these answers from you. You can say, I'd like to be the CEO of the company. Don't use it. Don't say this. Now, what you have to say is, in 5 years, I'd like to be in a management position or an industry expert with the ability to train and mentor students and entry level data analytics. I'd like to gain specialized knowledge in the areas of supply chain and logistics and to be in a position to create a positive impact about the company, both on the company and the global community. What do you know about our company? Okay, this will be the next question. So the first tip will be, do some research, make bullet points, learn about the positive attributes about the company, company's product, company's history, names of the top bosses. So all these things you have to keep it in mind. Okay. And here are some model answers. This company is well known for its customer services. Okay, won many awards for the best service provider in the country. You have a great clientele. So in this manner, you can make your answer. And I believe that this is an attractive place to work. This you have to add. Okay. attractive place to work for people like me who are looking for challenge and growth. So challenge and growth you can replace with other words which is there actually in the company's job profile, or what they are, the particular skill they want. Okay, you can replace it, or you can say that those who are looking for challenges and growth, I'm ready for that. So this is really a very good place for me to work. How do you handle a change? So this is another philosophical question. Okay, the philosophy behind this question is, would you be able to cope with the changes? Okay, you can say that I am great at handling a change. Don't say this. Okay, your answer should be, of course, I can handle a change, because in my previous company, one of our bosses had to quit and a new boss come with some different strategic plans, and we managed it with our team efforts and with positive results. So in this manner, you can answer in a positive manner. Next question is, do you work well under pressure? That means, can you handle difficult situations? So here your answer can be, working under pressure or without any pressure works just the same for me. In fact, in one of the companies where I was working, a project was given to us which had to be completed in 4 days, which usually take 10 days to 10 days time to complete. So what we did, the whole team was stressed out and panicked, but then I ensured them to settle down and prioritize our work, okay, in a very organized manner to complete the task in the stipulated time. So of course we worked late nights and extra time for it, but that helped us to submit the project on time. So this something you are telling them, your success stories and your positive points. So this is very important. So working under pressure in a way motivates me to work with zeal and dedication. And here you can use this star technique I told you. Okay, you can utilize this technique and elaborate everything till the action and result. Okay. How do you make important decisions? So can you make important decisions first of all? And how you can make? So your answer can be, I have never come across such difficult situation or dealt with such situation. No, you're not going to give this kind of answer. Okay, close-ended answer. There should be open-ended one. And when the example is here, handling decisions is definitely considered to be a little difficult, but I'm sure I can do it because of my previous experience. I would weigh on its pros and cons. Okay, I take advice from my team members about the consequences of the decision, and this will help me to make important decisions. Now 2 3 things you have mentioned here, that yes, I will think about the question, then I will take of course help of other team members, and we will also think about what consequences will be there. So they'll definitely think that you are a person not actually going for anything without thinking. So with the thoughtful steps you do that, and this is for any important decision, it is really very important factor. So the next question is, why are you changing your job? So why are you leaving this your current company, and why you want to join this company? This also be added here. So your answer can be, although I love my current job and I have worked with my current company for 3 years, I feel I am now ready for work for more challenging assignments. And I believe that this position will help me broaden my horizon and expand my knowledge. So you can say these things here. This is very important. But at this point, you have to be very careful that you will never paint a negative picture of your previous company. Okay, this is very important. Now, why should we hire you? Okay, what's special in you? So now there is this question. You can answer it honestly. I possess all the skills and experience that you are looking for. I am pretty confident that I am the best candidate for this job role. It's not just my background in the past projects, okay, but also my people skills, which will be applicable in this position. That means I'm not only expert in handling projects or work, I'm also expert in handling people. So all these things will be an added attraction. And if this is special in me, means I can work and I can also adjust with others. I can work with others also. Yeah. And the last question, why are you applying for this job? Okay, why do you want to join us, or why you want to leave your company again? So why our company only? Why this company you want to join? So you can give a model answer like this. I'd like to work for this company for three main reasons. So now when you say three main reasons, they will definitely get impressed that, yes, what are these three main reasons? So you have some very exciting future plans, which I read about on your website. So this you can mention that your future plans are very nice. You can talk briefly about this. That means you have to prepare for this. And you are an industry leader and you have a strong reputation in industry. And third is my skill, my qualities, and my experience. They will all help. Okay, would be a great fit for your organization. Means yours is an excellent organization, your organization has achieved a name, and the last thing is that I have those skills and qualities and experience, okay, to match, to bring your organization, okay, to the upper level. So I'll be the fit person to join your company. So in this manner you can give your answer. Now into your techniques, you have to keep it in mind, okay. Be sure to smile and be confident and comfortable all through. Okay, shake hands with them if possible. Be positive, stay friendly, energetic, and professional. But since it's a pandemic time, stay away from shaking hands. You can greet them or you can say namaste also. Okay, or yeah. Show good non-verbal behavior. Non-verbal behavior is equally important. Dress professionally for the interview. Okay, avoid distractions and keep eye contact with them. Use open and professional body language. Be respectful to the interviewers. Don't argue with them. Okay, be on time for the interview and don't interrupt the interviewer. So these are some small silly tips you have to keep it in mind when you go for an interview. So some communication skills also you have to keep it in mind and do those things, some do's and don'ts. Always think ahead about what you are going to say. Use simple words and phrases that are understood by everybody. Okay? Don't use complicated words. Increase your knowledge on all subjects you are required to speak. Then speak clearly and audibly. Okay? Check twice with the listener whether you have been understood accurately or not. Then, in case of an interruption, always do a little recap of what has been already said. Okay? Always pay undivided attention to the speaker while listening. Always ask for clarification if you fail to grasp others' point of view. You can say, beg your pardon, sir. Okay. That means repeat your question. Now, some don'ts. Do not instantly react and mutter something in hurry. I listen to the question carefully and then try to answer after a pause. Do not use technical terms and terminologies which are not generally understood, okay, by majority of people. Do not speak too fast or too slow. Don't be unintelligible, okay? You should be intelligible. You should be clearly audible, okay? Do not speak in inaudible surroundings as you won't be heard. Okay, if there are disturbances or other things are some party going on, some music going on, so stop at the time. Okay, take your time and answer when the surrounding is audible. Do not assume that everybody understands you. While listening, do not glance here and there as it might distract the speaker. So when you are listening or talking, there should be eye contact with the person with whom you are interacting. And do not interrupt the speaker. Let him complete and then you can take a pause and then answer. Do not jump to the conclusion that you have understood everything. So these are some silly tips, okay, communication tips. Now, so avoid these body language also. Body language plays a very, very important role. So you have to keep it in mind, not using this body language negatively. Okay, this is a form of non-verbal communication. Should have eye contact, facial expression. Then gestures, personal space, all these things you have to keep it in mind. And you have to avoid this such body language, rocking your legs, crossed your arm or legs, okay, carrying books or papers across your chest, sitting in a slumped posture, okay, sitting perch on the edge of the chair, okay, showing that you are not comfortable or confident, wringing hands, tapping food, then biting your nails. All these things should be avoided. Okay. And ultimately, let us recap what we have learned till now. That is how to introduce yourself, in particular, how to answer 10 difficult questions, how to add story, okay, using star technique, how to face interview with confidence, how to use communication skills, and how to use nonverbal communications. So this will definitely, I think all these things will help you because you see, you are, as you always, you are the hero of your own life. Always try to stand out. And I extend my heartful thanks for giving this opportunity to me to talk to you. And I'm really happy that you are there to understand, to listen, and definitely it will help you. So with that, I conclude. Thank you for listening to this conversation. Thank you.